Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy Noah Jones, and welcome to my studio. Today, what I want to talk about is I want to explain how independent artists are actually independent business owners. Now, here's the thing: you, as a rapper, you are a brand, you are a company, you are a store. The stuff that you're going to be selling in your store is one, your image. Two, you're going to be selling digital downloads, physical CDs, etc. Now, in order for your store to be successful, there's certain things that you have to take care of. For example, your branding has to look good. Your artwork has to look good. All of these things play a big portion in whether or not you're successful. For example, are you going to buy a car for the engine, or are you going to walk past it if the car is ugly looking? You know what I mean? These type of things you need to take into consideration. For example, if you let the homie design your artwork, you know, it may look good to you, but to 80% of the industry who are paying professionals to do the artwork, it's going to look like trash. And because people are going to view your artwork as trash, they're not going to listen to your song. They're not going to walk into your store, per se. They're not going to buy into your brand. You know, all these things make a huge difference. Huge difference. And because things are so easy to do nowadays, you can find great quality artwork for cheap. You just got to get out there and search around online, search around on Facebook, search around on Twitter. There's plenty of guys out there that do phenomenal work for a very inexpensive price, that actually have the training and the ability and the know-how to make your stuff look professional. There's a lot more that goes involved in designing a cover than just taking some words and slapping it on an image. You know what I mean? Certain things, that sizing, font size, font type, blending, shading, all these things are, are important. So if you're looking for music, the first thing that's going to catch your eye, because we're in a very visual age right now, it's not so much as the digital age, we're in a very visual age where we see something online that catches our attention and we immediately gravitate to it. So that being said, your cover, your artwork has to grab people's attention, especially if these people have never heard from you before. If they've never heard your music, you want to lead with the best impression of your stuff. You know what I mean? So that being said, you are an independent business owner. You are a store owner. You know, the merchandise you sell as a store owner represents your quality. When you go out shopping, you're not going to go to like the flea markets, the thrift shops. You know, I don't see a whole lot of you guys, rocking the free phones. You guys are going out there looking for the newest, latest iPhone or the newest Samsung. You guys like to buy high-end stuff. So if you like to buy high-end stuff, your music, your product also has to represent that same high end, and you have to compare it to what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? Before your cover gets released into the internet atmosphere, look at the next person and see what their stuff is looking like. If their stuff is high end, you need to try to match their quality. You know what I mean? Because it's hard enough for independent artists to be heard. And if you have a whack cover with whack artwork and a whack logo, it doesn't matter how good your music is. You know, people aren't even going to give your shit a chance. They're not going to give it a chance. They're not going to listen to it. Now, you may get a few people that, they may just click on it just for shits and giggles, and they may, oh, wow, I actually like this. But for the most part, you're hurting your brand and you're hurting everything by doing that. So in order to change the game, you have to change the way you think. You have to change the way you view yourself as an artist. You have to start viewing yourself as a business owner and not as just a rapper that's trying to, rap for fun. Now, of course, if you are one of those artists that are trying to just, rap for fun and not really make a career out of it and not do anything serious, then by all means. But the drawback to that is it hurts the people that are really doing it for real. It hurts the people that are really out here trying to make a career out of it, because what happens is people click on your stuff anticipating it to be good, and it disappoints them. So when you have other artists out here that really take it seriously and are really investing their money in making sure that their stuff sounds and looks good, you're doing them a disservice by putting out that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, for example, think of your music as like the stuff on your showroom floor. When you go out and see a brand new unveiling of a car, the first thing you're looking at is how awesome the car looks. Before you even think about the specs or the interior or the price tag, the first thing you're looking at is, yo, what does this car look like? And if the car looks amazing and it grabs your attention, then your curiosity starts going and you want to know more about that car. You know what I mean? That's the same approach that you should take towards your music. Your music is your storefront. Everything that you're selling is inside of your store, your digital downloads, your t-shirts. Everything should be designed correctly. You know, and with a business, an independent business or any kind of business at all, you have to invest your money into it. It's not going to be free. You're running a company. You know, whether you're backed by a major label or whether you have an investor off to the side or whatever the case may be, you are still running your own business. And that's something that you also have to understand. When you're running your own business, you need to use high quality products and you need to put money behind it. There's never been a company that has never invested any money in their own business and they succeeded and became a Fortune 500 company. People are always spending money on advertising. They're spending money on marketing. They're spending money on, you know, things to make their brand look better. You know, for example, the way Beats got really popular, Beats, you know, Beats by Dre, what they did was they put their headphones in the hands of every popular celebrity out there, whether they were a rapper or basketball player or whatever the case may be. They gave them free headphones. So that way, every time they were out and they did interviews, they had these headphones on and everybody wanted to know, why are all these popular rappers rocking this particular style of headphones? And then everybody wanted to jump on the bandwagon and follow suit and get those headphones. But imagine how much money they lost in the beginning from giving away the headphones instead of selling the headphones to these artists and rappers, etc. So they had to spend money and give away a bunch of product that they designed and made, that they spent a lot of man hours and dollars testing to make sure they sounded good. You know, quality control, all that other stuff. They spent all that money and gave it away to people for free. So that way they could make themselves popular enough to where customers would come and buy their products. You know what I mean? That's how Beats by Dre really blew the fuck up. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. They spent the time and they invested the money to make sure their stuff is taken care of. Now, how does that equate to music? It equates to music this way. Recording. Use high quality stuff for your recording. Use high quality microphones. You know, get you a decent engineer. You know, spend money on your artwork. Spend money on your recording. Spend money on features. All of these things boost not only your image, but they boost your branding. You know, and if you go hard enough at it, you will eventually get a return on it. Some of these things you're not going to get an instant return on. You know, because with music, there's no guaranteed way to success. Everything is trial and error. What works for one artist may not work for you. You know, what works for Walmart may not work for Target. What works for Apple may not work for Samsung. But you are your own individual brand. You're your own entity. You're your own store. You know, and your store represents you. So every time you design something or have something designed, you know, take pride in that. Take pride in the fact that your artwork looks good. Take pride in the fact that, you know, you were one of the artists willing to invest a certain amount of money, you know, to get something done, to get a project done, to get it done correctly. Take your time. You know, before we can change the game, we got to change the way we view this whole thing. We got to change the way we act, you know, as far as the internet and as far as everything altogether. You know, we're kind of spoiled right now. People think that, you know, all they have to do is record a song, you know, in their home studio and upload it to SoundCloud, and that's all they have to do. There's no marketing aspect. There's no promotion aspect. A lot of the times the stuff that they're using is budget equipment. You know what I mean? Not to say that it doesn't work. Yes, it works. But by the same token, you know, a lot of that stuff would probably have to be re-recorded if it came down to being a professional album to be put out. You know, Epic Records or somebody like that, they're going to put you in a major studio. They're not going to let you record on your little $300, you know, interface that you have. They're using high-end gear. You're using a $200 microphone. It's like, it's not going to sound the same. So all I'm saying is, in order to change the game, you got to change the way you view things. You are an independent business owner. Take pride in your music. Take pride in your craft. Take time. You're on your own time schedule. Don't let everybody else dictate when you need to put your music out and when you need to do what you need to do. You do things according to what you want to do. That's why you're independent. This is your situation. You do what you want to do. But by the same token, make sure that everything is high quality. Now, I'm not saying throw your money away and go out and get a cover art designed for $300. There's plenty of guys out there that, that will do great artwork for maybe $50. You can get a great cover for $50. Now, if you can't invest $50 in your business, what makes you think you're going to ever get a return on it? And that's something that a lot of artists don't understand. I speak to artists all the time, and they say, oh, well, this is too expensive, and this is too much. And it's like, how do you expect to be $1 million rapper, or a rapper that makes millions and millions and millions off of their music, and you can't even put $100 in for yourself, or you're always looking for the cheap, free option? If you're going to budget shop and flea market your way into this rap game, you're not going to get to the top. You're not going to get very far. You know what I mean? Because good quality costs. You want that Mercedes-Benz, you got to pay Mercedes-Benz prices. You want that kind of lifestyle, you have to invest into that lifestyle. You know what I mean? You have to invest into it. And if you believe in yourself, that shouldn't be a problem. You have to believe that eventually you are going to get a return on what you're putting in. And you have to work hard at it and grind and sacrifice. Sacrifice days you're supposed to be spending with your family. Sacrifice days that you have to spend with your children. There's a lot of sacrifices that go involved in being successful in the music industry. You know what I mean? But remember, you are running a business. You are a business owner. Your product that you share with the world, you can't put it out there and then take it back. Once it's out there, it's out there. And you only get one chance to make a first impression sometimes. So, that being said, take pride in your ownership. Put out quality material. Take your time. Look at everybody around you. See what everybody else is doing. See the quality that they're putting out. Try to match their quality or outdo their quality. Those are the things that you need to understand. So, that being said, it's your boy Noah Jones. Welcome to my studio, episode 2. And, make sure you check out NoahJonesNews.com. I love y'all. Stay tuned for the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out of here. Peace.